Alright, welcome to the update for engine mounts in the RX8 build of the century. So today, Nick and I started the engine mounts, and we are currently making the passenger side engine side plate for the mount. And what we're going to do is we cut out a chunk of steel. We're going to bend that to fit the profile of the motor. And then we're going to transfer punch the holes that we need to drill onto the plate. Drill the plate, mount the plate, and that's the first step. So Nick is heating that up right now, and that's where we're going to start. Bending the bracket with heat in the vise did not work out so well, so I'm here borrowing a 20-ton hydraulic bottle jack, and what I've done is taken a piece of unistrut here and I just welded some stuff on the back sides of it to try and reinforce it some. I'm going to place this here, and then I have a piece of square stock with a tab kind of just boogered on top there. We're going to just press that in and see if we can't make our bends. And I'm back home, and things down at work where I was doing the pressing of my plate and whatnot went pretty well. You can kind of see I did obtain some of the profile that we want, so we'll see if that's far enough. I think it should be good though. And so that's gonna go on this side. I have to get those punch things we made back from Nick. And then on the lathe I turned it down these guys. So just kind of shaved off and cleaned up some of that pipe that I purchased and pressed in the bushings, and they're a little loose, but should work good. They're not sloppy, they're just you can press them in by hand, which is kind of loose. So, but got those look really good. All right, it is a new day. Nick's here, Jeep's here through the windshield there, and we have made a new bracket for this side. So now both sides of the engine have mounting plates, and then we're starting to look at bushing placement so that we can start mocking that up. How do you make engine mounts if you don't have a CAD model of your car? Huh?
Paper!
Paper! So we made some paper mounts. Look at this. This is how we're doing this. Very high tech. And if we just walk over to the car here, we made some lines. At the bottom there you can see we got a line here and a line there. That's our rough estimation of where the bushing is going to go. It's going to connect to this plate right over there. And what we did is we made a paper cutout of the profile of this spot right like that. So that proved out where our bushing is going to go. And now that we have this, we're going to walk over to the plate that we screwed up. I screwed up. So we're going to do that. Go like this. Cut this out because this is kind of a scrap plate anyway. We'll just pick the best spot for it, maybe there. I don't know. We're gonna pick the best spot, and then we'll have one side. We've been making some excellent progress on mounting the engine. I've been rough cutting some things.
Oh, so hot. It's so hot.
Progress on mounting the engine so far tonight. Nick just finished up making our 4th mounting tab, which is super great. And what we've done is we've made paper templates. So we have the passenger side here, the driver's side here, and then I rough cut them out using a handheld bandsaw that's right there. Nick ground them down on the angler or the bench grinder, and then we have one side tacked in so far there, and then this side is gonna go, well, I don't have a good angle, there, right through there. So we're gonna tack those in, and then we're gonna start mitering tubes, so we're getting close. It has been about 2 hours since the last update. We're gonna catch you up with this. All right. So, what we have currently, this is here. That's good, that's great, excellent. All right, this one's also good and excellent. So, we have 2 bushing mounts in, tacked down to the frame. We got 2 plates on the engine. So that leaves us with the link between worlds here. And that's what we've been working on for the last couple hours. is this piece of tube here. So, pop this out of the vise here, and we're gonna walk it over to the car, and we're gonna show you kind of how this works. So, this part is notched to fit on there. We cut that out, and then it will connect to the engine side mount onto the plate. And we are currently pretty close to having that working out. So we made 3 of these guys last night. So this one, and then the other 2 on the other side. And then we made 1 connecting tube. And then we just need to connect this side. This side's gonna be a little tricky because this is inset back a little more to give it a good angle, but we actually have to have a forward sweep, and we have to clear the steering. So there's a couple caveats to this one, but we learned a lot doing the other side, so I think we'll have pretty good idea of what's going on. So we're gonna start with that. What we're trying to do here is take, this is the size tube that the bushing goes into, and then this is a slightly smaller but stronger tube that will connect the bushing to the motor. So what we need to do is notch this guy so that it kind of doesn't just sit like this. We need it to kind of curve around. So what we're going to do is kind of trace this and kind of give it about that much overlap, and then we will cut it out and shave it till it fits. That's it. It's that easy. And after that, we just spend some time shaving it down until it fits, but my camera's gonna get completely obliterated if I keep going. So, we're gonna stop. And yeah, I'll show you when I get some more shaved off there. All right, so after some grinding and shaving this guy down, you got a nice profile there. And it's gonna, so this one's gotta sit at an angle, which is why it's not 90 degrees. The other one's 90, so this one's going to be a little forward swept. But as you can see, we have pretty decent fitment all the way around this guy. So maybe take a little bit off of right there so that it sits flush. But really, this is what we do, and I'm just going to keep trying this till it fits. And once we get a good fitment here, we'll check it in the car and see how that goes. Alright, I had really awesome intentions of showing everybody how I did this last part, but it went really well the first time and now it's done. So I'll just try and explain it as best I can by showing you on the car. So what we have here is, so we cut that notch and that gave us our forward swept angle. And now what we're looking at is you basically just take the angle of this and try and cut as close as possible into this tube there, and then just fit it so that that sits flush. And I nailed it kind of on like the second try. So I was expecting it to be a lot more time involved, so I was going to just get it started and then kind of show you the process, but after like 2 cuts it was good. So yeah, I guess that's a win, because this bracket was about half the time as the other one, but I don't get to show you guys the full process on how it worked. But time to weld it in now, and we'll be done. We have the aluminum bushing in currently, after sizing it with the poly bushing. So now the aluminum bushing's in there so that we can weld it. We're going to weld the bottom, put the poly back in once it cools, and then we'll weld the top so that we are locating the poly bushing, because that's a little more critical, I believe. So we're going to locate that one, and then we'll weld up top, and then they should be a perfect fit. Now all I gotta do is weld in this guy, and this side motor mount is done. And I kind of can't believe it. This is like, it's almost going too smooth, so we'll see if everything fits once these go and make sure everything's correct, because I have a feeling we may be remaking these, but went smooth the first time, so we can hope the second time goes as good. I took out the supports. So now we're resting completely, the chain's slacked. We are completely on the engine mounts, and the transmission's held up by that jack behind there. But yeah, this is the first look at the engine. I haven't even really looked at this totally myself yet, but this is the first look of the engine. Plated in, done. The whole works. We did shift just a hair, so we're not completely dead flat anymore. We're 0.2 degrees off, which isn't too bad. But yeah, mounts are gonna come off. The motor's gonna come out. It's gonna go back over on its stand over there. And then once I get back from out of town, we'll be putting all this drywall onto the ceiling so the plastic stops flapping around. And that should be a really good time. We'll see how it goes. So once the drywall's up, then the mounts will get all welded up, then the motor can come in and out on those mounts, and that's like, actually that's kind of it. So we're making progress. A couple reinforcements here and there, and we'll be scooting right along. Yeah, this is really exciting. So with that, I'm going to end the video. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. Subscribe so that you can get more updates, yada yada yada, all the typical YouTuber crap. But really, I appreciate when people tell me that they watch it. It's kind of fun to be able to share this with people, because it's kind of a unique thing. So thank you, and catch you later.